If you observe, it's never straight. There's always a little bend in the rice. So when it is cooked perfectly, the rice turns little C-shape. That's when it is perfectly done. When you feel every bit of it. Welcome to another session with your Vahchef. And when I started working in Chennai, in Park Sheraton, that's when I have learned various kinds of pulavs and biryanis where they love to add tomatoes. In today's recipe, Kemah balls biryani, we're going to not add curd and we're going to add tomatoes. First, add some oil in a pan, and if you want to add some biryani masalas, you can. Just little shahi jeera, and also add some onions in this. So onions, you see, they got to be slightly cooked. Add some salt and slightly color them. That's it. Not too much onion, very little, but this little onion will give good flavor for the preparation. Here I have got Kemah mince, and I'm not even going to add salt, nothing. Just make it into little balls. Taste, everything will penetrate into it. The juices will go in, the taste will go into this meat when you cook it in the curry. So here, make little kofta balls and keep it ready. So when the onions are slightly brown, now let's do the ginger garlic paste, some green chillies, some turmeric, and also we're going to add some tomatoes into this. So instead of adding curd, the tomatoes will do the trick here, and let these tomatoes cook till they kind of become mashy. So you can reduce the flame and put the lid on and cook it for a few minutes. Now you can see the tomatoes are all mashed up. Now let's add the powders here, the coriander powder. The taste will anyway come because of the meat in this chili powder. Okay, all the flavors have to get into the meatballs. Cumin powder and a little bit of garam masala. Now add water to this. So at least the Kemah ball should be covered a little bit. So add mint, some coriander, take these meatballs, and they are not getting fried, they are getting kind of boiled, but in a very full flavorful masala. So all the juices will go in, out, and that's when this is going to be ready. Put the lid on, and on a slow flame, simmer it so it gets nice and perfect. In the meanwhile, let's cook some rice. While the balls get cooked, we're going to cook the rice. So water has to be like sea salt water and just half a spoon of oil. When the water is fully boiling, transfer the soaked basmati rice into this. Every grain counts. Make sure that the rice is cooked almost 80%. That's what we're going to sprinkle on top of our kofta. Rice is almost 70-75% done. Another 5% will be done here. Now, I'm going to add some brown onion. Add the rice on top of this. So just spread it evenly. Saffron water, some brown onion, and a little bit of kevra water that goes well with our biryani. Put the lid on. The rice has to be cooked another 20%, and the moisture that is there in the Kemah balls will be good enough. So let it cook for another 4-5 minutes on a slow flame, and your biryani will be ready. Beautiful eating is when you know the taste is going to be awesome. So here is my beautiful eating of the day, and look at this. Nice rice, everything, and all the moisture that was there. People are doubtful whether what will happen to that moisture. Okay, now let's get those Kemah balls. Look at them. How nice and perfect. And we did not add curd today, but we added tomatoes. So many colors. And let me put some of the balls on the top too, so for people to see. If you observe, it's never straight. There's always a little bend in the rice. So when it is cooked perfectly, the rice turns little C-shape. That's when it is perfectly done. And wow, look at the basmati rice. Each grain should fall like this. Imagine the taste of this biryani along with those kofta balls. Wow. So good, nice, juicy, and perfect. Guys, make this keema balls biryani and every bit of it, you will just love it. Wow. Each grain has a texture and every bite you should feel it. And when you feel every bit of it, it has to be so good.